Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Something new today. I asked a lot of you on my YouTube community page to submit on my Reddit page your landings and takeoffs in any flight simulator of your choice. So today we're going to be checking those out and reacting to them. All right, so we have a landing here at San Diego, it looks like. They're coming in from San Francisco on what appears to be the A320, probably the fly-by-wire. Actually, might be the Phoenix A320. I'm not 100% sure, but more than likely that is the case. Beautiful sunset we got going on here out to the west. San Diego is such a beautiful approach, and man, it's so cool when you're on board flying by all of these buildings coming in on runway 27. And we're getting closer to the ground here. All right, we're just about over the runway. Let's cut that power. Looking good here. Getting into the flare. There's the markers right there. Don't float it. There you go, beautiful job. 164 feet per minute and 123 knots at the speed there. And then winds were 3 knots at 304 degrees, so didn't have to deal with a whole lot there and stopping it pretty fast. So congratulations, beautiful landing. All right, this one is a landing in JFK, it looks like, in a JetBlue A320neo. Oh yeah, oh nice, right on the markers. That was beautiful. Didn't fly the nose wheel down too much there, but really wasn't necessary, honestly. Love that livery. Love that landing. Hats off to you. That was that was a good one. Okay, we got some potato happening here. This looks like infinite flight on a mobile. Right there, you missed the markers there. Missed those markers, still floating, trying to get butter landings. I implore you to not do that. I mean, yeah, we're smooth here on the touchdown, but we just lost half of the runway doing it. So, yeah, that's the markers for the other side of the runway we're hitting right now. So that's using the entire runway, as you can see right there. So, yeah, it was a smooth landing, but that's not what you're looking for in a landing. All right, we got some GA action here in the Bonanza. Looks like an A36 in X-Plane, hence the C and the O over there. That's usually a Coronado product, so that's why we got those happening. And fighting a lot of winds here. That's something that's really cool about X-Plane is the blade theory for the physics. It's a very fluid experience, but you can see the actual graphics themselves, not the greatest. We got a good descent rate actually happening here. Actually putting it down a little bit, nose down, but it's okay because this is a long displaced threshold runway. And we've got the 4 white there, but that's not a big deal. Fighting these winds like crazy. I would love to know what the actual winds were on this one. And here we come into the round out to the flare, so we'll be pulling the power back on the Bonanza. Nice and easy. There it is right there. Not all the way out. And holding it off, holding it off. There we go. We're down. That's all that matters. That's a pretty decent GA landing, honestly, with you know, the winds we were dealing with there. This one, we got another potato PC look happening here. It looks like a Navajo or something. And okay, there you go. Not too, okay, there's a little bit of a bounce there and wiggling that elevator up and down. Let's watch that again. So we're diving at the runway. We don't want to ever really be doing that. They get the landing under control right there, but this is a narrow runway, and it looks like it's a short runway. So there's the bounce there. Yeah, it looked like we were nosing at the runway there. That's the reason why we gained all that airspeed, and then we just started bouncing because of it. Okay, this time we're in X-Plane in an Airbus A350-1000. Holy flare, Batman. That was heavy on the flare, but look at this. We're floating, we're floating, we're floating. Get it down, get it down. Touch the last markers there, nice and smooth. There we go. Fly that nose wheel down. We don't want to just slam it down to the ground like that, but not bad at all. You know, being a big airplane like that, they're pretty stable, and didn't look like we were fighting a lot of the winds there. But regardless, nice job. Looks like a Cirrus Vision jet. We're potato PC again, once again, and no sound on some of these, so I'll just put some music in the background while we're watching these. Don't know what that is. We got a UPS truck that's painted white. I can't see the markers. I can't see anything in this. Looked smooth from there, but no way to really know. It's like we're Nintendo graphics at this point. All right, we got sound on this one. All right. Looks like the PMDG 737-800. And we're in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm not sure where we're landing here. That looks like Richmond over there. Is this Richmond, Virginia? It's a Flare livery. You're kind of throwing me off here. I'm not really sure. I went ahead and checked, and no, they did not tell us where we're landing, so we got to play a guessing game here. But I would imagine Richmond is right there, so we're probably in Richmond, Virginia. And we're getting closer to the runway here. Nose up attitude. You can tell we're using those. We're right on that VREF. Maybe a little slow, too. Here we come. Okay, long displaced threshold runway. Pulling that power a little too early. And we're floating. We're floating. We missed our markers. Oh, barely caught him there. That's probably a pretty firm landing there. Probably 200 feet per minute or so. So not bad there. Onto the brakes we go. But yeah, we want to be trying to, hit the big markers there. That's what we want. And look at this. We're using so much runway up. Probably needed more auto brake than what we chose here, I would imagine. But regardless, not bad. And the 737 is designed to just fly into the runway, so you should let it do that. It's known for really firm landings. All right, we are in DCS World here in the Su-27. And here we go. On the runway, we're missing our touchdown zones big time. Floating, floating, floating. Hold it up. There you go. Not bad at all. There you go, 98 feet per minute. Touchdown or meters there, I think is what it was. And here's the external view. Look at this. We get a little bit of both. Got that speed brake out, looking great here. Military jets are a lot of fun to fly. You have to fly by the angle of attack rather than, airspeed so much. And then you use that aero braking. So let's see how they did here. So we're floating a little bit there, but they get it under control. They got the flare in, and there you go, down. Little left of the center line. We're gonna dock you some points on that center line for sure. And it comes down, and you should let that nose stay up a little bit. Oh, I'm not really sure about the flanker. It might be a little bit different, but you use that aero braking as much as possible. We're back on board the Flanker D, and we're going to be landing on a carrier this time. And what I was talking about before with the angle of attack landing we're doing here, you can see right there, it's saying push the nose down. We're looking for that donut that's going to light up on the left side, just to the bottom of that yellow. And I guess, oh, that's the carrier way out there. Okay, so we're not doing a normal circle pattern and then joining in from there on a 3/4 mile final or whatever. We're just going in long. This is a long final, man, and I saw right there on the right, we're seeing the fleet of ships here. Trying to get on speed the best we can. Get that nose down. Okay, we're actually on a pretty good path right here. I'm not sure what wire we're gonna grab here. Oh man, that is gonna be hot. Ooh! Should have probably put that afterburner in right when you touch down. A little late on that afterburner. That's just in case you bolter and you have to go around. But we caught the wire. That's all that counts, man. And carrier landings are hard, so hats off to you on that one. It was rough, that's for certain. But it's supposed to be. Okay, so here we are on final to the John C. Stennis in a T-45 Goshawk this time. I love the Goshawk. Really cool trainer airplane. And what I was talking about before, this is what you see on the left-hand side. We got that donut. That's looking good. There's the red, bringing that nose up. Looking nice here. Good glide path to the carrier. And just hold this right here. Listen to that LSO giving you instructions if you have to add power, take it out. We're getting a little slow here, but we're on speed from what we can see there. There's the nose down. There you go, right there. Keep that power in it. Ooh, we're slow. Ooh, we're slow. Oh, little buffet almost. Oh, frame rate. Oh, man. Oh, and the nose came off the ground, too. Woo-hoo! That was a rough one, but hey, you got it on the ground. That's all that matters. And carrier landings, I'm not going to give you too much grief on it. They're supposed to be rough, and nice job. This one from Cold Bore here in the A320. And we're coming over we're right of the center line. We're floating. Oh, nice. Nice set down, though. But we need, as sim pilots, to work on that center line. That's the biggest thing, man. You want to get that center line. It doesn't matter how smooth you land the airplane. If you blow the markers or you're blowing that center line, that's your landing for the most part. But as far as smoothness goes there, that looked great. All right, this thing has some copyrighted music going on it, but it's an A340-600 smooth landing is what it says here. We'll see how this goes. I don't even know where we're at. We're in an Airbus A340-600. Look at, what are we in, a Cessna 172? I mean, who cares how smooth the landing is? We just lost half of the runway. There's no way you're stopping this. Yeah, there's no way you're stopping this. Don't even pull that one. Look at this. Here we're on short final, and we just nose it towards the runway. Like, we've already lost the whole threshold of the runway. We're easily like 500 feet off the ground, just nose diving it. And yeah, terrible landing. I hate to say it, but you know, to get better, work on your approach, you know, work on hitting those markers on your touchdown. It doesn't matter how smooth you are when you run off the end of the runway. There's no way you made that. All right, X-Plane, looks like 11. We got the 737-800 here in United colors coming down. Nailed it. Look at that. Beautiful center line, right on the money with the markers there. Just looked great. That was a textbook 737 landing. Nice job. Really nice. All right, we're in the Airbus A320. Looks like the fly-by-wire.
500.
Or maybe even the default, honestly. We're a Microsoft Flight Simulator. Online, flying online here. Looking good. Get that nose down a little bit here. We're losing that glide path.
400.
Bring that nose down. There you go. Bring that nose down a little bit more. We're losing that diamond. Predicted wind shear's off. We're docking you points for that one.
100 above. 300.
All right, 300. There we go. Get it under control. Bring that nose down. You're on managed speed. You're not having to mess with that. You're just using the joystick here.
Minimum 200.
Medium auto brake. Okay, got a lot of runway here. Probably don't need a medium auto brake. Airspeed's 123. That's
100.
pretty slow. We've lost the glide path here. We're very high on this approach.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
There you go. Okay, bring those throttles back.
Retard.
Let it come down.
5.
We're right of the center line there. Need to be working on that center line to the left there. And I think the wind got us on that one and pushed us over to the right, just, you know, right over the threshold. But the reason why we landed so late and it's such a awkward angle is because we lost that glide path a lot earlier. Now, when you get closer to the ground, you know, you don't have to look at that so much because you're just visually making the runway. But regardless, you know, it wasn't the worst thing we've seen today, right? So we got to give you some accolades for that. All right, GTA 5, love to see it. We got a takeoff in the 7.4, very late takeoff here. Come on, baby, pull it up. We've got these lights on the right. Ah! We just cleared those lights, barely. And the beautiful Fly US 747. It's not a 747, it's just called the Jet in GTA 5. But that was dicey. That was dicey. Got a takeoff in the Miljet here at LSIA. Oh my God, we got a 7.4 landing on 1-2 right behind us. Classic GTA. But we're looking behind us. We're not paying attention to that center line. We're right at the center line there. We're in the air. It is storming, so we'll let you have that a little bit there. And what is this? We're flying under bridges. Okay, that's cool. Why is our gear up now? We had our gear down, right? I thought we were landing. Oh my. Engine flame out, dead. I mean, you landed. You didn't die in the world of GTA 5, but 0 out of 0 on that one. All right, we have a 748, and we have an overspeed warning going off right now. We're not off to a good start here. We're 3 miles out from the runway. That's kind of concerning, putting those flaps in that late. Bleeding speed off right now. I love this approach. Right over Maho Beach. Runway 10 into Princess Juliana. Okay, you're in St. Martin. Okay, bringing that nose up. We're gonna try to scare people because look at our airspeed. Look at our altitude. That gear is screaming off the water right now. You can't even see anything. Woo! And we're down. We're down on the threshold there. That's how low we were. And we did not fly that nose wheel down. We're in reverse. I think we're gonna make this runway fine. We're at 120 knots. Holy moly, we were fast. Very fast. We needed to be configured way earlier than what we had here. But you also had 200 knots in your window there. This is the last speed that you dialed. You should be at like 190 if you're doing an intercept to the ILS or whatever. And then start slowing down, you know. We need to be at our final speed around like 7 miles out. All right, 737 coming in here to ILS 4 right into Newark. Left of the center line, hold it. Hey, we're in the touchdown zone. That's the thing though. You know, I'm judging your landings based off of what I see as far as where we're landing on the runway, more so than how smooth it is. They couldn't hold themselves. They had to go look in the outside view to see the airplane. And we got all over the place by doing that. I love the setup though. That's really cool. Got a Go Flight, looks like MCP module there. Then you've got the, now Logitech, used to be Cytec, as the radio panel, which I actually bought one of those. I'm gonna be using those soon for doing VATSIM flying. Oh, easy, easy, let's go easy here, easy on the brakes. Woo! Got the honeycomb set up there. Holy, dude, I don't know how you guys taxi this fast. I've seen people doing this online. Got RAS going off here. Awesome, we're off the runway. So left of the center line, work on that. But you know, you got the touchdown zone. That's what really matters. I wish I could have seen a little bit earlier on what the approach looked like, because that's the reason why we had the product that we had in the end. All right, so we have a crosswind landing coming into Kiev here, and we've got ourselves a Airbus A320, it looks like, Neo. And we're still a ways out to the runway here, putting the flaps down. Is this gonna be in a third person style landing? I don't know how you guys do that. I can't do it. Hats off to you all that can do that, because I can't. Angle of attack looks good here, but I mean, Airbus, okay, nope. We're now off the autopilot. Hats off to you for taking off the autopilot early on, because a lot of people would not do that. So we're verifying we got the gear down. Awesome. Looking good here. All right, back in the cockpit. Love it. There's a 2500 call out. And we're changing that ND range to make yourself comfortable. You know, you're the captain. You can do what you want. Landing lights, those should have been on way earlier. Taxi lights and all that stuff. Yeah, we should have those landing lights on. It depends on the airline, but yeah, those should have been on a long time. Seatbelt sights should have been on as well. We're late on everything here. We're running through our checklists. We don't know what's going on. And we're letting the, we're hand flying it though, in the third person. All right, so we're looking to the side now. Is this a replay, or are you doing this? Maybe they fly like this.
50, 40, 30.
There's the pullback. Bring the nose up. We're floating like crazy, floating like crazy. Oh! All three gear hit the ground at the same time, which you never want to happen. You want to land on your mains and then bring that nose down. Well, also, what's going on with our panel lights? Let's bring those up. Full reverse. We're gonna make the end of the runway. It was a rough landing, but I don't know if this is a replay or if this is third person view flying. If it was third person, I don't know how you maintain center line, so hats off to you on that one. All right, we got an inverted landing here in GTA 5. It looks like an ERJ 145. I don't know what's happening. Oh, it's very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. What is happening? Oh, I can feel it on my head almost. That's so weird. We didn't explode. We have engine damage, but we didn't explode. Hang on to it. Okay. Hats off to you. Look at this. This is a cool, it's like a 5M server for flying. That's really neat. But very impressive. I don't think I could do that. We're back again. We've got potato frames per second happening here. We got an awesome setup. This is the same one we saw earlier. We're landing at Kilo Bravo Tango Victor. Making a left turn. Are we on a RNAV approach here? Or is this shooting an ILS? All right, now we're on short final here. We're very high on the approach, and we're super slow. You can see the shaking happening there. The airplane's not liking flying that slow. There we go, added that power. But we've lost so much glide slope. So we're gonna be landing halfway down the runway if we wanna do this right. No, we're gonna force the situation down. There you go, correct a little bit. We're getting a sink rate because of that. Need to be more to the right, more to the right.
40, 30, 20.
20, pull it back. Bring that nose up. There you go, left rudder. Hey, we salvaged it a little bit, still left of the center line, and we're outside view again. You give me so much anxiety when we're doing that. And we're still left of the center line. Let's clean that up, guys. When we touch down, get the airplane back on the center line. You can do it. I know you can. That's a cool setup, though. I got to give it to you. Really cool setup. All right, we're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator once again in the Airbus A320. Looks like it's the default one. And we are using an Xbox controller on a laptop, and you didn't have to put that in there. We can tell we're on a laptop here. This is the worst I've ever seen Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 look. But hey, aviation, baby. We're all here for it. It doesn't matter. You work with what you got. We're on the glide slope looking okay here. I don't know what's going on with our flight directors. We don't have that. I don't see any information in our
500.
FCU. 500 call out. Okay. Looks like we're a tad low, believe it or not. I don't know how that's the case. And this is Harry Reid International Airport in Las Vegas.
300.
Looks like 26 right.
200.
Is our 200 call out. We're about 140 knots here, so we're a little quick. It depends on the VREF. I don't know what it is because I can't
100.
read it, or a V approach.
60. 50. 40.
On a
30.
controller in laptop.
20. Retard.
Pulling back.
5.
Got the 5 call out, butter baby. That was a smooth landing. That was great. Look at that with an Xbox controller, mind you. And look at that, we're maintaining center line. So it goes to show you don't have to have a crazy setup to you know, get a lot of enjoyment out of aviation. That's for certain. And when you know with the Airbus you're going to have a good landing when you're almost about to touch down on those markers.
2 exit runway when able.
Spirit Airlines. We hear that 5 call out, and you know it's going to be a smooth touchdown, just based off of that. So really enjoyed that one. Not bad at all. Good approach. You know, your landing's just as good as your approach. And then on top of that, honestly, you know, when you're landing, you need to be looking at your touchdown where you want to land. Just look beyond it, and you're going to touch down where you want to. So, you know, you're aiming for your the big fat markers there on the ground. But the next set, just look at those and try to land on those, and you're going to land at those. So that's what you should be looking for. But I don't have to tell you, not bad at all, especially with an Xbox controller. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this video of reacting to your landings and takeoffs in Flight Simulator, and we saw some GTA 5 stuff. So if you want to be in one of these videos, you can submit your videos to my subreddit, and I'll have that linked in the description below. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.